Ranavalona I was the most wicked queen in history, also known as the Mad Queen of Madagascar. She ruled the island nation from 1828 to 1861. She was so cruel and ruthless that she killed half of her kingdom's population, tortured and executed thousands of people, and isolated her country from the rest of the world. Madagascar is a large island in the Indian Ocean off the coast of Africa. It's known for its rich biodiversity and unique wildlife such as lemurs, chameleons, baobabs, and orchids. It's also home to more than 25 million people who belong to various ethnic groups and speak different languages. The largest and most dominant group is the Merina, who live in the Central Highlands and have a long history of kingship and statecraft. Before Ranavalona's reign, Madagascar was ruled by a wise king named Andrianom Poinamarina, who unified most of the island under his authority. He had a son named Ranama, who married Ranavalona when she was a young girl. Ranavalona was not born a princess, but she was adopted by the king after her father saved his life from a conspiracy. She was illiterate and uneducated, but she was ambitious and cunning. When Ranama became king in 1810, he opened Madagascar to foreign influences, especially from Europe. He welcomed missionaries, traders, and explorers who brought new ideas, technologies, and religions. He also abolished slavery and promoted education and development. He was friendly and popular with both his people and foreigners. However, Ranavalona didn't like Ranama's policies or personality. She hated the Europeans and their culture. She saw them as a threat to her power and to the Malagasy identity. She also resented Ranama for ignoring her and having many other wives. She couldn't bear any children for him, which made her insecure and jealous. She felt that she had no influence or respect in the court. She also had a secret lover named Andriami Haja, who was a powerful general in the army. He was loyal and supportive of her, and he shared her vision of a strong and independent Madagascar. When Ranama died in 1828, Ranavalona seized the throne with the help of Andriami Haja and other supporters. She claimed that Ranama had named her as a successor before he died, but this was probably a lie. She had no legal or traditional right to rule, as she wasn't related to the royal family by blood. She also killed and exiled anyone who opposed her or supported Ranama's nephew Rakotobe, who was the rightful heir. She used violence and intimidation to secure her position and to eliminate any potential rivals. Ranavalona's reign was a nightmare for Madagascar. She reversed all of Ranama's reforms and policies. She banned Christianity and persecuted anyone who followed it. She accused them of being traitors and spies for the Europeans. She expelled or killed most of the foreigners and cut off all ties with other countries. She isolated Madagascar from the rest of the world and refused to trade or communicate with anyone. She also waged constant wars against other tribes and regions that resisted her rule. Ranavalona was notorious for her cruelty and sadism. She invented many ways to torture and execute her enemies or suspects. One of her favorite methods was Changina, a trial by ordeal that involved swallowing a poisonous nut from a tree. If the person vomited the nut, they were innocent. If they died or failed to vomit, they were guilty. Ranavalona used this test to get rid of anyone she disliked or distrusted, including her own relatives and ministers. Ranavalona's reign lasted for 33 years, during which she caused immense suffering and death for millions of people. According to some estimates, Madagascar's population decreased from 5 million to 2.5 million during her rule. Many people died from war, disease, famine, or torture. Many others fled or rebelled against her tyranny. Ranavalona died in 1861 at the age of 83. She was succeeded by her son Ranama II, who was more liberal and pro-European than his mother. He tried to undo some of her damage and restore peace and progress to Madagascar. However, he was assassinated after 2 years by some conservative officers who opposed his reforms. Ranavalona's legacy is controversial and complex. Some historians consider her as one of the worst tyrants in history who brought misery and destruction to her own country. Others see her as a nationalist hero who defended Madagascar's sovereignty and identity against foreign invasion and domination. Thank you all for watching this video, and don't forget to leave a comment down below and let us know what you thought about this topic. See you next time, and bye for now.